Hello and welcome to another round of the Ori Randomizer. My name is Elo Jiminy and casting with me will be Wilson. How are you doing, Wilson?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm really excited about this match we have today. I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, definitely. You want to kick us off with some information about our runners?
Sure. The first runner we have is JHobz. He's a very experienced Ori runner in general, and also a very experienced rando player. Though he doesn't consider himself the best out there, but he's improved a lot over the last few months and been practicing a lot. Yeah, want to talk about the other one?
Yeah, Ushebti is actually quite new to the entire Ori scene. He used to play Hollow Knight and he was really good at that, and then he's decided to come over after seeing a bunch of streams to Ori, and he was running categories, but then he heard about the rando and it kind of grabbed him. So he's been practicing it quite a lot recently. But although he is quite new, so it'll be interesting to see such an experienced person like JHobz go up against someone like Ushebti that might not know certain things about the randomizer.
Yeah, that's very true. So overall, I think we're gonna have a really interesting race on our hands here. It's gonna be interesting to see how it pans out and what kind of seed we're gonna have.
Yeah, it's got old versus new. Who's going to win? I know Ushebti's been doing quite a lot of randos. He was practicing beforehand. He was having a bit of trouble, unfortunately. So hopefully he's got all of the bad out before the actual race, and we can see something really special today.
Yeah, and I know JHobz tends to prefer playing the shards mode of the randomizer. He's been practicing mainly for the doubles tournament that we have going on the side of this one.
Mhm.
And he's been like struggling with deciding when he's playing clues, deciding on when to go for tree rushing and stop going for these pickups that he doesn't necessarily need.
Yeah, that is a lot of experience in there. If you have all the abilities, but you still want to pick up things, it can waste you a time that you just really can't afford to. But it looks like we are off to the races. So, Wilson, you want to talk a little about what we expect to see for the first couple of minutes?
Yeah, so in the beginning of Ori, we don't have much to do. We can basically just run and jump. So the first couple of pickups are probably gonna, or definitely gonna give us something to progress into some kind of area. Usually it's access to left blades by giving us 2 keystones, but sometimes not. Sometimes the seed gives us something completely different, where we can see some really cool things happening in the beginning of a seed.
Yeah, there's only a couple of pickups at the start, so if we see something really interesting, we will shout that out and be quite excited because generally, this is
Oh,
going to be good. The
yeah,
grenade
just like
pickup
the.
so early on, I want to see Bash at this point. Usually you will get them together. I am hoping for Bash. It would just be so fun because you can just
Yeah.
get anywhere with those two abilities.
Yeah, so Bash a Grenade basically gives you access to almost every area in the game if you have the keystones to get there and all that. But it's really interesting because it really tests the player's ability to play efficiently and smart. So it's really interesting to see this.
Definitely, we'll test them. We did just see both of the players, they teleported back to the start. That is in-game saying that you can just press a combination of buttons and it will teleport you to the start no matter where you are. So we will be seeing the players use that throughout the run.
Yeah.
Just saves a lot of time, and if you need to go to certain areas, it might be easier to go all R instead of getting stuck somewhere. And we do see the
Oh,
Bash pickup. This is going to be a very good seed. Oh, this is my favorite type of seed, the Bash and grenade combo.
yeah.
So good.
Unfortunately for JHobz, though, playing on controller can be really rough with Bash Grenade seeds, and that's what we have here. So he's probably not too happy right now.
True, and we see did Ush. Oh, wait there. Did JHobz go up there for the health? Yeah, he did. He's got the health cell. But we did see a slight divergence on the water just before the Keystone's door. So Ush actually has a little bit extra knowledge on one of the pickups. It wasn't anything special, so he's not really gained anything apart from that slight knowledge that Orbs doesn't have at the moment.
That's very true. And we also see kind of a separation here in the routing where JHobz has opted to go up to the charge flame tree while Ush is continuing down to left blades.
Yeah, that is the beauty of Bash Grenades. It opens up so many areas available to the people that they can just choose to go basically wherever they want. It's kind of limited by keystones, and that's all. Their movement can get them anywhere in the game. And I'd like to point out, usually you see people running and jumping around, but having bash grenade, it is much faster to actually just continuously bash grenade than run to places. So we are seeing JHobz and Ush do that. It's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, and that's why it's so hard on controller sometimes, because you like have to manually aim the grenade. Oh,
well, Ush is taking advantage of the bash there. I didn't even know you could bash that rock, but he did.
It's actually the only rock you can bash in the entire game, I think.
Oh, we have got the first massive pickup of the game. JHobz has went a different way to Ush. He has found the water vein. So the water vein is one of the key parts that you have to pick up to get into the Ginso tree, and it is blocking, if you don't have that, to finishing the game.
Yeah, I must say I like JHobz's routing here. He's trying to check everything in left blades sort of progressively, whereas Ush will have to revisit some places in order to check all of left blades. So JHobz is probably going for the efficiency play here.
Yeah, we are having some slight technical difficulties with the lag, but hopefully it'll fix itself out. We're not missing too much by the looks of it, so we'll just wait for that to pick up.
Yeah, another advantage with having Grenade this early is that Grenade basically unlocks every gated pickup from that where you require skills to break things or open doors with Grenade. So since Grenade can break plants and activate lanterns to open certain doors, you gain access to basically everything that is locked like that.
Yeah, it's kind of the double-edged sword of having Grenade. You do get to go wherever you want, but it also means that you have to check sometimes all of the Grenade-locked places. So it does have its benefits, but it does mean that you have to check even more of the map, which can be more time-costing, and there are some tricky places to get to, but having the bash is always good.
And definitely makes routing harder, because sometimes you just don't know where to go because there are so many things open to you. So trying to figure out where the seed is trying to send you in the logic is it can be really tricky.
Yeah, I see Ush going back. I'm hoping he's not going to miss left glades and go straight to BRB, because he'll miss out on the water vein, which is, as I said earlier, a crucial pickup. And if he does go down, which he's not, thankfully, he would have missed out on the water vein.
Yeah, I also don't recall seeing anybody of the runners going for the right ability cell just from the start.
Yes, that is a choice that some runners make to do. It is quite time costing, but with that ability, not as much. So it can be picked up at any time, and because they've got so much movement at the moment, it's not really necessary that they find anything else. So I don't imagine they'll check that up until one of them kind of remembers when they alt are, maybe, and they'll just pick it up after that.
That's true. So now we're seeing JHobz. He's approaching the wall jump tree at the same time as Ush is checking the charge flame tree. So both runners are kind of checking the same things, but in different order.
Yeah, they're just catching up with each other. Hopefully Ush is going to altar again. He is picking that one up that you just said, Wilson. He must have heard you.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, again, I'm really hoping that he goes left side glades instead of going to BRB again. It seems to be less efficient, the route that Ush is taking at the moment. It's just that he's kind of a new runner, so we are seeing the slight divergence. Ush is going down to BRB, which means he's going to miss out on the water vein, which is very, very bad. Which good news for Ush, for JHobz, sorry.
Unless, I mean, I'm fairly certain that Ush is going to be checking Spirit Caverns as well, even if he's going Blackroot first like he's doing now. Unless he finds something incredible in Blackroot that makes it unnecessary for him to visit Spirit Caverns. But
yeah,
since
definitely.
it's such a dense area with pickups, it's fairly common to check it in the early game.
Yeah, so it looks like JHobz is taking the lead. He's seen a little bit more of the areas, and he's kind of at the same position as Ush. So hopefully they don't find anything amazing down here for Ush's sake, but for JHobz, I'm sure he's hoping that he does.
Well, this is going to be tough. None of the runners have wall interaction. Oh wait, yeah, they can actually use the spiders here. Otherwise, it can be really tricky to navigate through this area without wall interaction.
Yeah, we just see Ush take a huge risk there. He just bashed onto one of the platforms, which is tiny and just so nerve-wracking. He did make a save beforehand just in case, because it is crazy.
Yeah, that's very important in the randomizer. Since we have no fixed route, since every seed is different, it's easy to forget making saves. Oh,
That's what we were
my
talking
God.
about. Without the wall interaction,
Yes.
it is so easy to fall in BRB and die.
And meanwhile, we saw Ush going for kind of an interesting play. Using that mega energy, he opened the door to the Death Gauntlet. So he has access to Grotto now, which it'll be interesting to see if JHobz make the same kind of play.
Yeah, but it's plays like this that might make him miss and entirely forget about the area where the water vein is. So hopefully that
true.
won't play that way, and we'll see him. Ooh, he's trying to go for the little grenades to get that lantern. Having a bit of trouble, but he gets it in the end. JHobz is having a nightmare with these spike
Yes.
areas. Without that
JHobz
wall interaction, it's just totally destroying him.
Oh, Blackroot, why are you so cool?
So Ush is taking quite a lot of time away from JHobz now. Although he hasn't seen all of the areas that JHobz has, he's got way easier through BRB at the moment, so he might have gained the time that he lost.
And Ush is going for some interesting plays here, trying to optimize his way through Blackroot. So it's pretty interesting to see how he's using the grenade and bash skill in combination with each other.
Another interesting point is that JHobz is going through the bottom instead of going... Wow, he's very comfortable with his double bashes. This is just a pleasure to see.
It's actually, since JHobz is playing on controller, I'm pretty certain he's using the kind of like...
Oh no!
Oh!
It's
fine. He can do this still. But yeah, so as I was saying, I'm pretty sure he's using the modified tool, sort of, where you can get guaranteed double bashes on controller. It's something that was added in the randomizer to kind of even the playing field between controller and keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, and definitely for randomizers, it is pretty expensive if you can't do double bashes, because there's certain tricks that you just cannot do without them. So it evens the playing field very well.
So we're gonna see. Ush is gonna be checking, I think, this ability cell down here. It's fairly common to check this one, and placing a save beforehand, you can just reload if you don't want it. Like you see Ush doing just right there.
It might have been a bad choice though. Map stones can be very good, and we haven't got any clues yet to tell us where the sunstone is. But if that is in a map stone and Ush is leaving them behind.
Yes, we actually got the clue that sunstone is in the Ginso tree.
Ah.
So that's interesting. Could hint to visiting the tree pretty soon, especially since we have that water vein pickup from JHobz. Yes.
Yes. So if we do find something in this area and Ush doesn't go to the left side glades, he won't be able to get the water vein, which will stop him from getting the sunstone. And he might have to spend extra time remembering the place that he didn't go to later in the game.
Yes, I mean, giving this water vein this early in the seed really hints to the seed wanting us to go to Ginso very early, potentially. Oh, Stomp Find from Ush.
This is a really nice place to find Stomp as well, because this means that you can actually get to the grenade tree right now, and it'll just mean that you never have to come back to this area ever again in the game.
It does, but personally, I don't like going into Grotto that way. It doesn't give you access to the teleport, and Ush already has the Death Gauntlet door open, so I really like his play not going to that right now.
No, I was talking about the BRB area, so you can get grenade tree.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Yeah, you can definitely go into it. But it's fair to say as well that that Stomp pickup was not in logic, since he was using save anywhere to get in there, right? Wasn't he?
No, he had grenade and bash, so you could bash straight over.
Oh, yes, that's true. Is that in logic, though? That's interesting. But yeah, we see Ush going for the Spirit Canvas play now, so he's probably gonna find the water vein here. Yeah, there it is.
Beautiful. So now we have kind of caught up. They've both got the same stuff, apart from JHobz, but he will be getting the Stomp pickup soon. So it will be interesting to see if he does choose to do what I was saying and go down to the grenade tree. It'll be one less tree that he has to worry about later, and he never has to go to this area again. And it makes it a lot easier for me, at least, just to think, okay, that area is clear. I never have to go there again.
And now we're also seeing Ush go for kind of his signature pickup. I don't know why he does this. he likes to check this Glacier pickup in like almost every seed he does, even though he doesn't need it. He just likes to go for it.
Yeah, the Glazer pickup, regardless of what's happening.
It's such a slow pickup. It takes so much time.
And with the stuff that they have now, there's nothing really here that could be brilliant. Wind Restored, he doesn't have glide, so...
Yeah, but true, but it's still Wind Restored. That could open up some pickups and at least help him when he tries to get into Sorrow.
Yeah, if he does find glide, he will have a big advantage, because I really don't think JHobz is going to check that pickup at all.
That's true. And at the same time, we see JHobz, he opened the door into Grotto, going in from Blackroot, but I'm not sure if he's going to take it. Maybe just opening the door to have access through that area.
And it looks like we are going to see what I was saying with Stomp.
Oh, yeah.
He can now head down. He's got Bash Grenade, so he doesn't need Dash to get through the laser that we're going to see. And it just means that he never has to worry about this again.
Yeah, taking a little bit of a death there. That's pretty painful, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
And opting to go into Grotto instead. So we're seeing both players going to Grotto. Ush is going from the Death Gauntlet, while JHobz just went from the Black Root. And I like that Ush is going from Death Gauntlet here because he's going to have access to the teleporter. So whenever he chooses to alt or out, he's going to be able to teleport back and not lose that much time.
Yeah, and he gets to get all of the pickups on the way down that JHobz didn't get, so he might just gain a little bit of an advantage if one of those pickups is useful.
That's true.
Both of the players don't have a lot of energy at this moment. There is a door or two in this area that they can open with energy, but with them only having one, that's not going to be able to happen. So if there is something locked... Ooh, we do see an energy pickup as I said that. And a health pickup, so JHobz is in good health right now.
Grotto giving out resources. Nice.
Yeah, and resources are what you need in this area. Push.
Yes.
Going for the risky pickups. These take quite a long time, but if they pay off, they're pretty
It's kind
good
of
to have.
impressive, given that they don't have much energy, as you said. Ush has still been able to make plays where he opens 4 energy doors using mega energy pickups. That's pretty impressive how he was able to save that for just those kind of uses.
Yeah, and that's the exact type of thing that can give you a lead in this game. It's not in the logic to use them, I don't think, but getting through this way has given a slight advantage with the pickups above where JHobz was actually available to go, so it might be interesting to see if he does pick up a few things like, ooh, just missed
Ush is going for a play where he makes a save, glitching this bridge opening sequence. He kind of messed it up a little bit, I think. The intention is to get over to the right side immediately and check water main pickup and then experience cell. But instead he just fell down immediately, so that's a little bit rough.
Yep. Although with Bash, the right side is really quick with the rocks falling, so he won't lose too much time there.
That's true.
But he will actually have to go up if he's going to check those at all. He might just make the decision not to check them. We know that... Actually, we don't know what they are at the moment.
He might also opt out to check whatever's down here, alt or out, and revisit that place by teleporting back here, since he has been leaving some of the pickups up by the teleporter to check for later.
Yeah, I have been watching Ush as he does his randomizers just in general, and he is quite the collector, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him make that decision.
Yeah. So far in this seed, as we said in the beginning, this Bash Grenade combination of early seeds.
We didn't see that, JHobz. We didn't see that at all.
But yeah, the combination of Bash Grenade, since it gives them so much access, it's not uncommon for the seed to be really starved after that. Since they have so much access, they don't need much else. But it's still nice to get something like wall interaction, dash, or anything else to actually help them navigate this area.
Yeah, we can get everywhere, but we can't get everywhere quickly, unfortunately. So Ush has checked as many pickups as he could at the bottom. He's not going to re-pick it up because it wasn't in his interest, so he's just going to go back up. He's actually going to get these little pickups here. It'll be interesting to see if he can get both of them. And yeah, he's getting both of them. He has got a map zone available to him as well, so hopefully he'll check out what's in this one as he does that now.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting also to see when these players are gonna go for the Ginso play, since that's where I would bet the next kind of progression is going to be found, apart from the Sunstone as well. So
yeah, it does seem to be what the seed is trying to tell them, and Ush did not get to go to the vault at the bottom where JHobz is now because he used that Mega Energy early. JHobz has actually saved all that energy, and he used it to get where Ush has not been. There wasn't anything down there, but that knowledge that JHobz has is now better than Ush's. So unfortunately, he didn't find anything, but it is always nice to know what's down there.
yes. So both players have checked pretty much everything on the left side of Grotto now. Pretty sure they're both gonna go to the right side now. See to get the double jump tree, which is required for completing the seed. And by doing so, they're also gonna be checking all the pickups on the way, which is a smart play because Grotto, you really don't want to be have to revisit this area once you've gotten the tree.
Yeah, definitely. And we see JHobz choosing not to go for the mini boss fight, and Ush making the same decision. It is quite a long fight, so it's
But they can still do it quite fast. They have bash, they can reflect the shot.
Yeah, and grenades to hit in the air, but they're both choosing that they do not want to see that mini boss, so minor time saves, but they're both choosing it, so no one's getting the advantage. What's down there, Wilson? What's down there? I need to know!
I mean, if I was playing this seed, I would hope for wall jump. Or even climb, actually. Climb in combination with grenade can actually be pretty helpful, since you're able to cling onto a wall and then throw a grenade, which you can then bash. So climb is not as useless as it usually is in this scenario.
And it means if you get C jump, you can do grenade jumps everywhere, and that is much faster than they can do at the moment.
And much cooler.
JHobz is playing it risky with this Froggy. He's trying to get this. He's almost dead. He's got 1 HP. If he took any damage, he would have died. Jeez. And they both receive a little bit of experience.
That's actually quite a lot. That's a lot of experience from a double jump tree.
Maybe I didn't expect them to go here.
Exactly, considering like the logic of the randomizer tries to put higher experience pickups in the later stages of the logic path. So giving that much experience at the double jump tree kind of hints to that they shouldn't be able to get to this area this early on. Of course, it's just still random, so it could just be an exception, but that's sort of like those kind of hints that you're trying to pick up on when you're trying to figure out the logic of the seed. And wow, there we see Ush finding glide, and in combination with his wind restored. Yeah, it's going to be really helpful for him, especially when he tries to go for sorrow, but also before that, since he has that wind restored.
That is so good. That's a crazy play. It took him a long time to do the Glazer play, but now he's got glide. It actually paid off. That is like
the power play.
Hogga's pickup.
Oh,
so good.
I was just watching the Kuru cutscene since they have Stomp.
The curse of Stomp.
Yeah.
You always forget about it as well, and then you're like, why the hell am I seeing Kuru? And then
yeah, I've never seen this before.
So JHobz just took a big deviation there.
Yes,
he chose to go all the way through Glades, and now he's going to be able to get to other areas, but Ush went a different way, and it was quicker.
Yeah, we're seeing JHobz is going through Grow like the long way from the start, and probably going to progress to the Ginso tree. But he's also going to take the small time to check the beginning of Valley here, since these pickups are known to kind of contain whatever you need, and you're going to check them last. So he's trying to avoid getting randoed and check them now.
Yeah, I would like to see one of them at least make the play towards Ginso. They both have the water vein, and in my opinion, it's a good place to go if the seed gives you it and you have the abilities to get up it. It's always the best place to go, and we know that Sunstone is there. They know Sunstone is there. It seems like the good play to me.
Yes, I would go there as well, but maybe they just want to be thorough. Probably have to, or trying to do this play where they check everything so that they won't have to come back here after they're done with Ginso.
We're seeing the friendly spikes come out from Ush. They're the best spikes in the game.
Best spikes.
Best spikes.
But I'm a little curious about his decision to go here. This area is not one of my favorites since it contains kind of not the most pickups in the game, and they're pretty hard to get to usually. So I don't quite like this area, but he's very interested in checking it. So both
Yeah,
players supporting each other.
we're seeing them both pass from different sides, so they are going to move together. Hobbs having a little bit of trouble trying to get this maximum grenade.
At least made a little bit of a mistake there. Yeah, he made a save, so that's nice. But it was so scared to look at.
I hate that area. Insta-kill spikes and never good in the game. But yes. Oh, with that. Hobbs is like so determined to get up here. He could do it. No! Unfortunately, with the grenade, it actually takes a little bit longer to aim and everything with a controller, so there's a slight advantage from Ush there.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks so weird.
It's interesting that Ush also opted to go this way instead of going to the right after the crew cutscene, where you can pass through the swamp area and go towards Ginso that way. It has more pickups, I think, at least more accessible in my opinion. So it's interesting to see their routing decisions here. Both trying to be really thorough.
None of them like touch the right side, which is kind of where a lot of pickups are. The Ginso tree is. You can get into swamp at the moment. They're just trying to get pickups instead of trees by the looks of it, and they do have movement to get wherever they want. Oh, yeah, JHobz trying to glitch the door.
Oh, that's really interesting, actually. It's a little bit of a stupid glitch, where if you actually enter an energy into the door at the same frame that you leave the range of the door, sort of, the energy will remain, and you can leave and get more energy to actually open the door, even though you don't have enough energy. So we're gonna be seeing. Yeah, he does. Hopefully, this pays off for him. And it's just experience. That's so unfortunate.
That's what you get, you filthy cheater.
Actually, I mean, I kind of understand him going for that. That pickup has been known to really be what you need and the last thing you check before you find whatever you need in a lot of other races.
Hobbs, get out! Quick!
Oh god, that's so painful.
No! He's dead to this point. He didn't know where the pickup is, so it looks like he's gonna try again as well. Oh, he didn't save for a long time either, so he has to do this.
He doesn't
have to do it. It was nothing.
I'm lucky that the energy door didn't contain something important because it's now closed. Wow. So meanwhile, Ush is actually going into Valley, checking what JHobz already checked before. I don't think it was something crucial. Nah, it's just experience and ability cells, pretty much.
He does have the availability right now to go left side, though, so we see him making, I would say, the right decision in not going left side, but
yeah,
it was definitely a choice.
I mean, yeah, they do.
Oh no, Hobbs is stuck in the same place again!
Oh,
he has to save this time. Yes, he's forgetting about the pickup. It's not worth it.
I don't remember, did Ush actually check that health cell? Do you know what it was?
I have no idea.
I think he checked everything since he likes to check. I mean, from what we've seen, he's been really thorough and tried to check all of that he can. But I don't remember seeing anything important, so it probably wasn't. That's fortunate for Hobbz in that case.
Yeah. So we see Ush is the first. Oh, he's not going.
Oh, come
Ush,
on,
go to the right. We want you to go to the right. Okay, I'll forgive him if he goes to the Ginso tree right now. Oh,
he can sense it.
We can control him with our voice. Ush!
Yes.
Go left. Oh no, we see the same death on Hobbs' screen. He did make the save, however.
Hobbs is really having a tough time with the spider area. The spikes are really not friendly for him.
Yeah, it's not treating him all that nice, but we are seeing him trade the pickups that Ush already got, so they're pretty even on pickups right now. Ush is a little ahead, so you'll see what's coming first, but anything can change in a randomizer.
I mean, I'm gonna check. Hobbz has actually mentioned that he considers he likes to save going into swamp for last, kind of on the right when he visits tree on the right side of the map, because he always like considers going through the Ginso escape and entering swamp that way. It's gonna be interesting to see if he opts to do that this race, or if he's gonna try to go for the swamp entry or any other method to get in there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he does take out last. It looks like Ush is going to head towards the Ginso tree, wrapping around. Or he could actually go back on himself, and then he got himself into a little predicament right now.
They still don't have wall interaction. They can't get out of the water.
It's so easy to forget that you don't have wall interaction, but here we see he does have the wind and the glide, which is
JHobz
really
is going
nice.
for something interesting here. He actually stomped the peg in order to open the door to enter this area, and there are 2 pickups here that are otherwise inaccessible for them. It's gonna be really interesting. I hope this pays up for him, because otherwise it's a big time sink. Charge dash efficiency and a keystone.
Not worth it.
I mean, yeah, not worth it. Charge dash efficiency is nice when you have dash, which they don't.
Yeah.
But if they find it, that's always nice. But yeah,
But
not
here-
worth it.
Here it is, the first man to enter Ginso tree. We know Sunstone is in there. So he looks like he's opening it and then not going in it. Ush, don't tease me like this. Please go in the Ginso tree. We want to know what's in there.
Oh, and JHobz took death. I think that was like before he even went to get the charge dash efficiency pickup and all that. That was a big one.
So that's just wasted time.
Yeah, I mean, he's not gonna go back for it, which I understand, but still, when he had it, he could have saved it. But maybe he wanted to take that to get back to it.
JHobz is a double bash monster. Like, really?
I'm
Don't-
telling
don't
you,
shoot
dude,
it,
it's guaranteed when you have the tool set up.
Yeah, I know, but still, there's better places to do it. There was a lot of double bashes.
All right. Can we
Okay,
see
so-
Ush enter Ginso now, please?
doing
I
it.
want to see what's happening in Ginso. I think that's where the place to be.
Yeah, he just wanted to get the swarm teleporter. That is the teleporter that is probably quickest to get to the end after you've picked up everything. So he just wanted that in his arsenal. And
That's
he is in the Ginso tree. Where do you think the Sunstone is, Wilson? Come on, hit me with a escape last pickup.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think that it's already bash grenade. But I'm gonna go for after bash tree, but before the second mini boss. So somewhere in the key dupe area, maybe.
Okay, okay. That's most likely, I'd say. Oh, we get
Wall
wall
jump.
jump!
For
Finally! Ush will
That's
be
so-
so
what?
happy to see that.
Oh no! And he alt-R'd.
What?
I think that's a mistake. He reloads the file and it gets
Oh,
the save baggings in there. But
And
that
it's still
doesn't mean...
saying he's got wall jump.
Yeah, but he actually doesn't have it right now. But that's a really nice pickup. You never realize how much you like wall jump until you play for 30 minutes without it.
Yeah. You think it's just a non-ability, and then, after a randomizer, you pray and hope for it. Jeez. So
Yeah.
good. But yeah, I know he was hoping to get some wall movement because he's not too comfortable with the other types of non-wall interaction movement, so he'll be delighted to see that.
Yes, and that's gonna speed up a lot of things. Since we mentioned bash grenade is great for mobility, but hard to play efficient with. So wall jump is really gonna make his life easier.
Yeah, it's good to see him check that as well. Not all runners know about that pickup. It is a secret pickup. I've actually played it again with Ush, and he forgot that pickup, and it was dash, and that was funny. So he's obviously learned his lesson from mistakes in the past, and he's checking all of the pickups in Ginso.
I mean, it's the best way to learn with mistakes,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
Some may say the only way.
So now we're seeing JHobz. He's also gonna be entering the Ginso tree. It's important to kind of note that JHobz also hasn't found the glide pickup, not to mention the wind restored pickup, but glide is kind of crucial for doing sorrow later. It's really make that area easier. So Ush really has kind of an edge on him in that regard.
Yeah, definitely. When it comes to the late game and Sorrow and Misty or something, Glide is going to be a godsend right there.
I mean, since they have bash grenade, they have pretty much all they need to actually finish the game. It's just a matter of how fast they want to do it and how comfortable they want to be while doing it. So glide is definitely important in that regard.
Yeah, I do want to bring some attention to JHobz' screen. He's coming to the screen where wall jump was found by Ush. If he does not check this plant, he is not going to have wall movement anytime soon, unless they pick up double jump somewhere, but it's not very likely at this point. So if he doesn't check that, it is going to be game and
Hey! I was right. Sunstone after bash, but before the second mini boss.
I mean, that's a lot of pickups. I was expecting you to choose one. I think that was kind of a cop-out, but we do see Hobbs. We do see Hobbs pick up the wall jump, and they are even Stevens on the wall jumps.
Interesting. Ush is actually leaving the Ginso tree now. I don't think he checked everything after Bash, but apparently he feels like he's comfortable with what he has, and he's gonna be heading for the left side.
Yeah, with the glide and the winter start, I don't see why you wouldn't go there. You've already got the movement abilities to get through Misty quite comfortably. He could have checked Swamp, but he's making the decision not to, which is fine. It doesn't really give you anything apart from the tree that you need to finish, and you can get that later on. There's not too many pickups in there, so you're doing a swim. They don't have clear water, so I think it's a good decision from Ush.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've played a bunch of seeds, and we're both kind of struggling with knowing when to stop going for pickups and just go for tree rushing. So this is a big improvement on his side to actually go for this now.
Yeah, he does usually play a lot of shards, so with the clues, I think he's a lot more comfortable because he doesn't have to check so many pickups for all the shards. So as long as he's okay with the movement, he should be okay.
Yeah.
Easier choices to make.
So he's heading up. Is he gonna do fast stompless, do you think? Oh, he actually checks his pickup right here. That's interesting.
I don't think he will.
Oh, he's just gonna use the wind. That's smart.
Yeah, because he's got the wind now. He can just use the frog to get feather, and I imagine he'll do that after Sorrow, but it will be interesting to see if he does make that decision to do this. I would think not, though.
Yeah, I mean, he has stomp as well, so he can just stomp it.
Exactly. Yep, we just see him trollallying past the place where you do the awful shot. Can be difficult. Ush does have some problems with it, but he is off to Sorrow by the looks of things. He's on cleanup duty.
And JHobz is making his way into Ginso. He doesn't. I don't think. He doesn't have enough keystones. Is one of these pickups a keystone? I don't think he is.
No, it's not.
He doesn't have the keystones, and I mean, oh my god, that's a disaster for JHobz. He spent a lot of time working his way up there with just Bash Grenade. I mean, now he has wall jump, but still, he's gonna have to go back there. Oh, that is a disaster. That's so unfortunate.
And this leads back to the very start of the game where JHobz chose to open the fort. Oh, wait there. We just got double jump.
Double jump from the feather. That's so good. I was going to mention that, like, one of the pickups that they don't have, but it's so nice to have, is double jump. It makes things so much easier in a lot of situations.
Yeah, so you either get seeds that never get double jump or just start with double jump usually, so it's nice to see it like kind of in the middle of the game, but this just makes Misty a breeze right now. No pun intended, with the breeze that he was taking at the moment. But yeah, movement now is bliss for Ush. She's on cleanup duty, he's got so many jumps, glides, he doesn't really need dash at this point because he's got good movement. He is going to have to do something pretty big to throw this game.
Yeah, he finds an energy cell, which is nice since they only have 3. As I said earlier, making saves is important. It's easy to forget, and when you take that big death, you're never gonna forget again. So energy is very important.
Oh no, he killed the frog. It looked like he was gonna try and take the entry into there, so he's gonna have to bait the shot from the spider just to get into Swamp right now.
I mean, this is not too hard. JHobz can definitely do this, but it just makes his life a little bit harder. But
yeah, it was a lot harder than it needed to be.
He's gonna be going into Swamp here. I'm guessing
he can't. He doesn't have the abilities to get in the Swamp.
Why is he going this way? This is a very slow pickup, actually. I'm very confused right now.
Yeah, we just got information from the truck as well. JHobz just barely missed glide.
Oh no.
He's also behind. He just went past it. That's not good. But that was so much time to pick up that one pickup.
Yeah, I would have expected him to, if he's not going to go back into Ginso, since he doesn't have the keystones, he's probably going to go to Swamp and pray that he finds a keystone pickup on the way there. And now he sees, he gets live. Yes. That area again. That's very fortunate.
He'll be so happy to see that because now Sorrow is just so much easier for him. Ooh, I always forget about that pickup that Ush just got, that misty little flower that's up there. I always forget about that thing.
Yeah, it's very hidden.
Good to see his knowledge of the game coming into play there.
Yeah, Ush is already at the climb tree, and he has both keys, dungeon keys, so he's used the water vein, he has the sunstone. He basically just needs the charge jump tree, the light grenade, and stomp tree, and then he's done.
Yeah, those are all really easy for him right now. He's got all the abilities to do that.
Everything he needs, so I would definitely put Ush in the lead here.
No!
Oh no, JHobz!
It looked like he was trying to do swamp entry there. He has got the keystones now. He picked up 2 extra ones, so he has the bash tree available to him now. I think he wanted to go into swamp there. He's wasting a lot of time just kind of getting these pickups. Now that he has the keys, he could get a tree and then head on straight to the left side.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting where he goes now. Neither runner has gone into light grenade as well. They don't have dash, so technically it's not in logic. But I'm pretty sure both of these guys know methods to get in there anyway.
And we see we're kind of hoarding the ability points on JHobz' side. He's got double figures on the ability points. Doesn't feel like using them. He doesn't really have anything that would be rewarded by using them. Maybe he's waiting for double jump.
Oh, we're seeing Ush going for the swamp entry. Oh, he makes frog mixes in there. Nice.
See if he can get the hard bit, the double bashes. Will we have any troubles with this? Oh, a little bit. Quick, JHobz is catching up there.
Alright, he makes it. He breaks the barrier. So he's just gonna check this plant and then head on.
Now he's swimming in energy, which is always nice. It means he can save without worries. God,
JHobz is going for the mini iceless. This is so painful.
Oh dear. He's got grenade. Just
he
use
has
it.
grenade. Just use it. God damn.
He's just trying to show off his little tricks. Good job, JHobz. We love you for it.
Oh, all right. So is he gonna make the revisit into Ginso? Yeah. All right. So he basically he's checked everything up until the bash tree, I think. And as we saw earlier, the sunstone is just after bash tree. I hope he continues after. He has the clue, so hopefully he doesn't forget and altar out again.
He is quite an experienced runner. It would be very, very surprising to see him do that. But as we are talking about that, Ush has picked up Stomp. He just has one more tree to go, if I'm not mistaken. And then he can head on. I am.
You are.
No!
Yes, charge jump and like.
Sorrow.
Sorry, dude.
He was left side. Why didn't he go to Sorrow? What a guy.
He went to do climb and Misty to get climb, and then he altered out. But nice. Nice try.
Oh well, just trying to build a pipe.
He's going for it now. He's using that wind that he got from the Glazer, the value pickup.
See, he's trying to help me out. He heard me say that he had jump, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I have to get that. I'll help." Elo in this stupid commentary.
All right. Do you think he's gonna check anything here? I mean,
I hope not. If he does, I'll be.
I hope not. Come on. Oh, yeah, it's actually maybe he's just going for these super fast pickups that are just like 2 seconds to check. But I really hope.
His theory. Oh, come
on.
on,
no, he's actually going around. Does he have to do this? Wait, he does actually. Yeah,
he's not got the abilities to get the frog to shoot. So
that's true.
Unless he was comfortable with the tiny ledge, which I know he is not.
All right, but yeah, still, I don't think he's gonna check anything.
Oh, wait, stop.
Yeah, just.
I thought he was gonna pull the lever there.
He's really messing with it. Checking some things.
And he has the abilities not to go up next to the lasers here. It will be interesting to see if he does that just out of comfort. Don't do it. Yeah, he's just checking the pickups that are very close to him.
Meanwhile, we're seeing JHobz just picked up the sunstones. He has that, but he's also going to continue here, it looks like. Which is, I mean, it's a fair play. This area has a lot of pickups. And I don't recall Ush actually went to check this place. So if JHobz could find something like dash here, that could be one way for him to come back in this race. Wait. Is he gonna? He's gonna key duke. Yeah, he doesn't have the keys. So yeah, we could potentially see that JHobz is going for the water escape to gain access to swamp here, which is a neat little play that we don't see too often actually.
No, he did have a little bit of trouble earlier on with the swamp entry, so he may as well just get the pickups on the way and get a free swamp entry. And
oh, he actually just missed that pickup. Oh, and then we take it down. Thanks. Oh, but he saves the. All right. And he gets it. It's a help up. Alright, he's fine. He's fine. He's gonna survive.
No worries.
This key is
And
gonna be the slowest in his. Okay, actually.
now we have one more tree.
Yes.
If I am not mistaken, Wilson.
No.
Good. Yep,
You're
one
correct.
tree. We've got one tree to go, and Ush has dash, so this makes it super easy to get this last tree. It's gonna take him 2 seconds, and then he's on his way to finish this game. It will take beyond a miracle for JHobz to catch up at this moment. It looks like it's in the bag for
Yeah. Where was Dash actually? I missed that.
Dash.
Did you see where Dash was? It must have been
near
somewhere.
Sorrow. It was
Yeah.
the Keystone, I think.
Okay, yeah. So probably sort of unmissable. Yeah, as we're hearing from the truck, it was around the spiky area just before the Keystone door.
The
So,
Dorito Cavern.
JHobz is probably gonna get that pickup when he gets to Sorrow as well, but unfortunately it's probably gonna be a while until he gets there.
Too little, too late.
And yes, JHobz is actually clearing the what do you call it? The corruption on the sides of the
Yes.
Ginso heart, kind of.
You're
So he's gonna go for the water escape here, which is gonna be a nice little watch, since we don't see that very often.
the heart of the tree. But yes, it will be interesting to see if he chooses to do the water escape properly, or he unloads the water so he's easily able to get all the pickups with the abilities that he has now. It would be interesting
No,
to
he's
see if
going
he
for
can
it.
actually do it in time. But he's doing it with the
He's
water,
doing
people.
it. It's gonna
Get
be the vanilla
excited.
escape. It's pretty
We
much
get the
vanilla.
music. We get the beautiful water.
The best sequence in the game, according to
Which
most.
is on the running to the end. It's not important. He's not going to pick up anything.
Yeah, focus on the right.
yeah. This is what we play this game for. The water escape.
It's actually not that bad a play from JHobz here. I mean, the Ginso escape does have a fair amount of pickups, and he's probably hoping for something good like a dash here, or potentially double jump since he doesn't have that. Oh, he's gonna. Oh, this is gonna be a little hard. It's experience. It's a lot of experience.
That water's getting awful close to you, JHobz.
I mean, it's rubber band, so you can't really outrun it. To be fair.
Don't tell him. It's more intense. If it's not rubber band.
Alright. Oh,
Well, we got a swamp teleporter. He's already got that, but it's nice
He's
to
got
pick up.
that. Exactly. It's a nice pickup.
What's going to be the final pickup? Show me what it is.
Ability something.
He's not going to get it. Oh, the
experience.
200 experience.
I mean, he leveled up, so I was kind of. It's like 75%, right? It's an
Yeah.
ability point you get.
That's worth it. He's only got 15. He could do with some more. Or 18.
Oh.
Oh,
Alright.
we don't know. He's
Oh,
not into the
no.
last bit. He doesn't get the pickup. He can't go to swamp. He's wasted all the time. He has to get the pickup again.
Oh,
This
it was
is a
so
nightmare situation.
Meanwhile, okay, yeah. Meanwhile, we're seeing Ush. He made the door warp. I think it was first try, so that's very nice from him. He's activating the final escape, so he's gonna be most likely taking the victory here, unless barring a disaster in the final escape. He actually gets some mega help from the final escape activation.
That's beautiful.
Like it's he
That's the
can't
best
fail this.
pickup. That's the best
Yeah.
pickup you could receive.
Best
If
pickup
you're worried
ever.
about taking damage, not anymore.
Oh,
But I think
Oh.
at this point, Ush will be very nervous because we have a lot of pickups, we have a lot of movement. He thinks JHobz is better than him. He didn't think he was going to win this game, so he is not thinking that he's behind. And if he does, I don't know why, because I don't know. He's played it well.
and JHobz is actually taking this spider shot for a ride instead of going for the lantern. He doesn't come in. He's just gonna ride this all the way to the end. Okay.
He gets a
And he's
keystone.
keeping- However, yeah, he gets a keystone. However, that I don't think that's enough. I think he only has the one now, and that's not enough to gain access to the stomp tree. So he's either gonna get really lucky checking the water pickups if he can get to them.
He can't.
Otherwise-
He doesn't have the health.
Yeah, and yeah, Ush is done. He finished the final escape. He's just gonna be holding right now, and his timer is gonna be stopping shortly. So congrats to him. Very well played, well deserved.
Yeah, he didn't really make any mistakes, any costly deaths. He made all the right decisions, pretty much. He could have spent a little less time picking it up, but he did an amazing job to be a very good competitor.
I mean, it's. I mean, no disrespect to JHobz. He's a player. This is just the nature of the randomizer. Sometimes, depending on your kind of decisions you make, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you're unlucky. and this is just proof of that.
Yeah, that early play from Ush with the glide and the wind restored, it was such a good play. It worked out in the end. It made his Sorrow so much easier.
And JHobz doesn't find a keystone. He's gonna have to altar out, go for a keystone hunt. Gonna see where he's gonna go now. I don't recall where are the pickups left for him. Maybe he's gonna try to go to the left side and probably like get any trees he can there before he returns to get the stomp tree. This is just a really rough situation for JHobz here.
Yeah, he keeps on getting to the very end of the situation where he needs to be, and then he doesn't have enough keystones every time. It's just really, really bad luck on his side.
I mean, on that, like thinking about it, he could have key duped in Ginso if he was concerned about his keystone. Since he made the decision to continue in the Ginso tree, and I think he just had enough to actually open the door into the second mini boss in Ginso. And I mean, it's unfortunate that he didn't find enough keystones on the way to the final escape, through the water escape.
No.
But he takes it down.
Water
But yeah,
another
he could have key duped in order to secure himself the keystones for the rest of the seed.
Yeah, that would have been a good play in hindsight.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, it's impossible to know for sure, of course.
With the amount of pickups I was going to get from the escape, I'm pretty sure he picked up a couple of keystones, but then on his redo after he died, I don't think he picked up the keystones.
Oh, that's
that
right.
were in the Ginso tree, so that really cost him dying on that the escape.
Yes.
And I would just like to mention, Ush finished with the time 47.25, which is a super respectable time. He'll be very happy with that. I think his PB is around the 40 minute mark, so he'll be ecstatic with that time.
Yeah, averaging 45 is definitely not bad, especially considering that he's also fairly new to the randomizer and just returned to Ori just a couple of weeks ago to relearn the game, sort of. So, very good performance by him.
Bob's playing too much Spider-Man, man. But we do see him making his way to the left-hand side of the map. 2 trees to pick up over here. It will be interesting to see if he goes. Oh, he will go on this day, I imagine, because he doesn't have the weight to stop.
That's really helpful. He's gonna get double jump from this feather pickup, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of ability points, so he's probably gonna get triple jump if he doesn't already have it, and ultra defense.
Which way do you think he's going to go first, Misty or Sorrow?
I'm gonna go for. Good question. He doesn't have dash, so he can't rocket jump up. So I'm gonna go for the Misty play.
But he has been double bashing everywhere he possibly can, so it wouldn't be crazy to see him try and double jump all the way there.
And we see
He is not happy with that double jump.
Not happy.
He's like, why didn't I come here earlier?
Yeah. I mean, it's so frustrating, given that the bash was so early in the seed and they could have gone here almost immediately after they got stomped, and double jump would have been so helpful. And he's
what did
going
I tell you?
Double jump chain. Wow. All right, you're right.
He is showing off to the best of his abilities how good he is at double bashing right now. Can he get it to the top without killing himself first? That is the question. So far, he has took all of that health off of himself. One more hit will kill him.
Oh, this is gonna be tight.
24, 25.
I mean, I've done this double bash chain a couple of times. This frog has enough health to make it up to the third if you double bash him very efficiently. But JHobz just not making all the way up to the top. He's gonna go over to the left here, and hopefully he can make it over. Yes,
but he makes it.
He makes it. He's making it up there. And now please save. Don't take the damage.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, and he saves, thank God. I didn't want to see him do that again. That's so painful, that double bash chain. Okay, so he's gonna go for the Sorrow play right here. Oh, and he takes damage from the bird.
Oh no. Double bashes on these things so hard.
You have feather. Use the feather. Oh
no, he's so low.
But it's gonna be so close. And so
no, he's gonna die.
Oh.
If you had, he does have quad jump, doesn't he? If he doesn't, he should use some of his ability points so he does have it. Damn it, JHobz. You have 15.
I mean, maybe he just got so upset about the double jump fine he forgot to level up triple jump. Oh God! Please get triple jump.
Come on.
Wait,
you can
no,
do
actually has it. Maybe we're
He
wrong.
picked up extra double jump, so he has
he
3
did?
at the moment, so he
Oh.
could have quad jump.
He could have quad jump all the jumps. That's
How
so
high
good.
is this bird gonna go? Okay, just end the double dash sequence there.
Oh my god, can you don't
Start a
take
new
damage?
one.
Oh,
But dash is up here, so making this play is actually quicker than going to Misty first and then Sarah.
okay, yeah, and so dash up here, yes. I mean, he's taking damage all over the place. I'm so scared right now. He has
He's
1
got 1
HP,
health.
and he doesn't save anywhere. Come on, like, just make
Please save.
Oh god.
Oh, hearts can't take it anymore.
Okay, so he's still checking a couple of pickups. Maybe he thinks he can find something here. What do you think he's expecting to find here? Does he still need keystones? Yes, he does. So that's probably what he's trying to get. And that's actually good because we know that dash is up here. It's actually close to the charge jump tree, but given that it's checking pickup, maybe you can find something else that's useful.
Yeah, you got a keystone.
Charge jump would be something. Climb and charge jump potentially would open up for grenade jumps.
Yeah, we shouldn't check these pickups up there, so...
That's true. And JHobz is not gonna check them either.
We'll never know!
It's funny how they go for like the singular pickups on the way there, and then when they get to the area that has like 4 pickups within 10
Yeah,
seconds,
they're just like, nah.
nah.
No,
it's
I
not
need those.
important. We have feather. It's so easy, but we don't need it.
Nope. I don't know if he's looking for keystones either, because Sorrow is one of the easiest places to do a key dupe.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and I know JHobz knows about it. He's experienced enough to do it, so it'll be interesting to see if he picks up any other weird pickups. He gets another one there
there's
anyway.
one,
Doesn't need
there's
to dupe.
one.
So he's going to head to where the dash pickup is at the moment, and that will be a sight for sore eyes. He will be super happy to pick that up.
Oh god.
There it is! Instant dash there.
I
Pure
wonder,
joy.
How does it feel
Pick up.
about this? Oh, and he gets the warm
Womp.
turn value pickup right there.
Oh, he's paused. I'm expecting
We
a
can
type
see.
in chat.
All right. So, unfortunately, we have seen that JHobz has the race. That's it for him. Understandable, since
Yep.
the double jump pickup and that dash pickup are pretty taunting this late in the run. And since we know that Ush has finished, I can understand that he just wants this to be over. But
Yeah.
a very respectable performance from him. It was a very entertaining race for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It was good to see all the different routes that they took. And it showed who won by quite a large margin. All those decisions worked out for Ush. But this doesn't mean that JHobz is out of the race. He goes on to the next round. He'll just be playing people who are 0-1, if I am not
Potentially
mistaken.
me, for example.
Potentially
That's-
Wilson.
That's
Do you
for
think
the-
you could take him?
Not sure. I mean, I've beaten Ush, and Ush has now beaten JHobz, so the possibility is there. But
It would be interesting.
I don't know actually.
Right.
So we're actually seeing that Ush and JHobz are in the deck channel. Gonna see if they want to be interviewed after the race.
And we see JHobz and Ush being brought in now. I would like to say congratulations to you, Ush. You did very well in the race, and you put on a show, Hobbs. Those
For
double
sure.
bashes were amazing.
Hi. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
congratulations on the win there, Ush.
Yeah, that was.
How do
that
you
was good.
feel that that went? It looked pretty well. You didn't make any big mistakes. Hit me with knowledge.
Yeah, it was actually I played really well. Like, I did 4 seeds today, I think, and I finished none of them, and they were all terrible. I was like, so I was just expecting to run into brambles, but somehow it just worked out.
Yeah, I can't believe that Glazer pickup actually helped you out.
It was like I had the energy, and I was like, I've been talking about it so much.
Oh, what was Glazer?
It was wind restored.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it instantly helped him in sorrow, so that was a big time loss to go for it, but it certainly paid off in the end.
And
So
meanwhile,
JHobz.
all
oh,
my
sorry.
Galaxy Brain plays didn't pay off.
So JHobz, I wanted to ask you impressions of the seed.
Oh god. Okay, so that seed wasn't even like that I mean, it was pretty bad, but it was the main thing is that it was like the worst case scenario for me in terms of like the way I play. Not having wall interaction early on, I absolutely hate. Being a bash grenade seed on controller, obviously that's a thing. But I actually don't mind bash grenade too much if we get glide and double jump. But it took forever to get those things.
Yes.
And the fact that we got the Sunstone clue for Ginso super early on and had the water vein already meant that my mind immediately was like, okay, I'm not going to go to swamp or to the stomp tree. I'm going to route through the top of Ginso. And then somehow there were like no keystones anywhere.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, entering Ginso with 3 and hoping to get one was a gamble, but like, oh man, it usually pays off when it's in logic that early.
I would definitely take that gamble every time.
I mean, Ginso was really not your friend this seed.
No.
Didn't find keystones when you were approaching Bash Tree, and then once you revisited the tree and got through the final the water escape, you didn't have keys for the stomp door. That was really.
When did
really
you go
not
for?
nice.
Around what time did you go for Ginsu? I think I was like half an hour in.
Yeah, I was like 20 something or 30 something minutes in, but like I'd only had like 3 trees or 4 trees or something.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's a
5.
question I'd like to ask both of you. Both of you knew the Sunstorm was in Ginso, you had the water vein, and you kind of delayed the entrance for quite a while. You were getting some pickups. What were you thinking at that moment or waiting to pick up?
I
Go
didn't
with
want to go
Ush
there
first.
without wall interaction. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
just wanted something because it's just annoying. And then it's like right there when you get in.
That
How
was
about
pretty much it for me too. I actually was like, I had a big hunch that wall interaction was gonna be in Ginso because I learned recently that like it could be there if you had bash grenade or charge jump. So I was sitting there the whole time going, okay, we got water vein from Spirit Caverns and Sunstones in Ginso. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if wall interaction is too. But Grotto, you can still clear it all without wall interaction if you have bash grenade and like enough energy. And Grotto has 35 pickups. The next highest is like 28 somewhere. So I was just like, you
nothing in
can't
Grotto
not do
either.
Grotto first. Yeah,
It was
there's nothing in Grotto, man.
Like all the progression was just like really like the stuff you do late for me at least.
And then once because I actually sequence broke into Grotto from BRB, and when nothing was there, I was like, oh great, Dash was in Grove and I lost or something.
But isn't it in logic to bash grenade over? Because when I got stomped in the lower or in the right side of BRB, I was like, okay, because I had opened Death Gauntlet earlier, so I was like, okay, it wants me to go into Grotto. And
Yeah,
then
I didn't
it's
open
just
Death
nothing.
Gauntlet yet.
Yeah, you both used your Mega Energy differently. You used it to get into the Vaulting Grotto, and Ush used it to get into the Frankie Walk area, so that was interesting to see between you two. But you were pretty close, so you were just kind of trading areas at the start, and then there was one moment where you split off, and Ush kind of took the lead. But it was super close at the start.
It was a gamble. I knew that seed was either going to like put everything in the top again, and I would win because of that, or it was going to put everything on left side and I was going to lose because of it. And there you go.
It's always hard to play the seeds with no wall interaction. But that's it from me. You got any more questions, Wilson?
I wanted to ask Ush, you're now 1-0. So for the next round, you're going to be playing with all of the winners of the first round. Is there somebody that you know that you want, like specifically that you want to face, or somebody that you want to
There's
avoid?
like because I've watched most of the rando races, and everyone I've seen go 1-0 is really scary, and like my chances of winning are just abysmal. Like this was a really good seed. Like I played this really well. I don't expect that to happen again. So there's no one, like there's a lot of people I don't want to play, but I don't know.
Playing with the big boys, it's gonna be fun, I'm sure.
Just
All
hope
right.
for another lucky glazer.
Yeah. So JHobz, same question, although 0-1. Is there anyone you know that you want to face specifically, or anyone you want to avoid?
I would love to face Vooligan because I think he and I have very different play styles, and I think that his level of skill probably gives him the edge in most of them. But if I like happen to make a gamble that I know he won't and it pays off, then that'd be fun.
All right, yeah, that would definitely be a very nice match to watch.
Yeah. I don't think I can. I think he won, right? So I can't do that next round. I don't think, but later in the tournament maybe.
Hopefully, yeah. All right, Elo, do you have anything else?
I don't. You could send us out, Wilson. Do it.
All right, so I think the next race is on this channel. It's gonna be Richard versus Lackey. I think I'm pronouncing that right. 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So in about half an hour, I think, 25 minutes. So stick around if you want to watch that. Otherwise, I think we're having a doubles race on Speed Gaming 3 with Aiko, Mad Insane, Skull, and Fluffy. They're 30 minutes in right now, so if you want to go catch the later part of that, it's on Speed Gaming 3. Otherwise, stick around.
See you later.
See ya.